This simple one-person business model has the potential to make you at least $10,000 a month in 2025 and in the years to come. It's not based on a silly trend that's going to disappear as quickly as it appeared, just like with plenty of business models you see. Now, if it's the first time you and I meet, my name is Fred, and I consistently make thousands of dollars per day in profit. So if you're wondering why you should be listening to this extremely good-looking stranger on the internet, no jokes, when it comes to making money online, that's the reason why. And by the way, if you want me to personally teach you how I've made thousands of dollars of profit per day by selling online courses and coaching programs so you can do the same, when you're done watching this video, click the link in the description below. I've made a free video which explains everything in detail and how you can get started. You'll also be able to get the chance to join my paid program. If I told you that there was an online business model that allowed us to work from anywhere in the world and only really have to work 1 to 3 hours a day maximum, all the while generating multiple 6, even multiple 7 figures a year in profit, would you believe me? Let's face it, most people wouldn't. They'd think it's too good to be true. And honestly, I get it. For most of us, we're so used to having to deal with so much shit, eating cheap frozen dinners, and taking 1 week of quote-unquote vacation a year, on a budget, of course, asking for daddy boss their permission before. Then obviously, any great opportunity, especially when it comes to making more money, always seems to be too good to be true. The business model that's making me and all of your favorite gurus rich beyond your wildest dreams is actually pretty simple when you break it down. We sell information and a transformation through online courses or high-ticket coaching programs. If your goal is to make $10,000 a month of pretty passive income online, and by that what I mean is you realistically only need to put in 5 to 15 hours a week's worth of work to make multiple 6, even 7 figures a year in profit while talking about a topic that you love. The best business model you could ever get into is selling online courses passively, or what we call a high-ticket coaching program, which, to sum it up, is basically just a more expensive, fancier course with more support. I've known that selling digital products, more precisely online courses, is the best way to make money online since I was only 11 years old. So it's been over a decade now, and in 10 plus years, I still haven't found a business model that beats it. Nothing comes even remotely close to it. Nowadays, there's tons of people making content about all topics. And there's also tons of people making business content or make money online kind of content. But over 10 years ago, TikTok didn't even exist. Instagram was the new kid around the block, and YouTube was only 10 years old. So there weren't that many people making content, let alone business-related content on the internet. So yes, if you had started posting content 10 years ago, you would have blown up a lot quicker simply because a lot less people were doing it. And as the saying goes, first come, first served. It's only fair after all. However, back then, a lot more people were skeptical about buying products online. Nowadays, more and more people shop daily on the internet. And when it comes to the e-learning industry, which basically means online courses, coaching, training programs, etc., it's currently valued at over $365 billion US, and it keeps growing very quickly year after year. Making content on social media and selling products, especially digital products, is the new gold rush. And the people who get started today will make the big bucks. The ones who wait and wait and wait until they feel ready or until things feel aligned are just pussies who don't have it in them. These are the kind of people who will keep making excuses and never achieve anything. Now, if you want to learn from me personally, and if you want me to show you step by step how I've made thousands of dollars a day in profit by selling passive online courses 24/7 while I was asleep and high-ticket coaching programs, click the link in the description when you're done watching this video, because I've made a free video which explains the business model in more detail and how you can get started. You'll also get the opportunity to book a free consultation call with me, and if we're a good fit, you might be able to join my paid program. But it's application only because I want to make sure I only work with people who are committed and are actually going to do what it takes. Now that you've identified your interests or your passion and what you want your business to be about, it's time to go and to get some customers. Or not really. If you're thinking, oh no, wait, I do want to get customers. This is a business, it's not a charity. Then of course you're absolutely right. But what we're going to do is that instead of us going to customers and asking them, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? Please buy my stuff, which almost never works, and that would be the equivalent of modern digital door-to-door sales, what we're going to do is much smarter. We're going to get customers to come to us. We are not chasing, we are attracting. Success is like a cat. If you try to chase it, it runs away. But if you ignore it and focus on doing your thing, it will come and sit in your lap, which is exactly why we're going to post content on social media to attract our ideal client avatar. But we're not just going to make any type of content just for the sake of it, just to get views and followers. That's worthless. They don't pay the bills. Money does. We're going to create what's known as educational content. On social media, there's usually two very different types of content. The first is purely entertaining content. It's the most popular format because for 99% of people, they're not browsing YouTube to learn and to stimulate themselves intellectually after a long day of work. People just plop down on the couch with their phones, TVs or tablets, whatever, to entertain themselves. So it's typically these shorts that you see getting dozens, even hundreds of millions of views. So it's typically very short videos, 30 seconds maximum, with lots of weird stuff going on. And then there's the opposite type of content, educational content. It only gets a fraction of the views, but it makes an insane amount of money. And that's what matters in business. A lot of people mistakenly think that educational content is all about teaching, giving tips, giving advice. But they're wrong. If people just wanted tips, they could have asked ChatGPT and gotten an answer in less than a minute. The reason people are going to watch your educational content is because they want to feel inspired by you. Whether you realize it or not, when people are watching so-called educational content, what they really want is to feel like they're learning something new, so it feels like they're not completely wasting their time and like they're actually making progress, so it's a good use of their time. But also they want to feel inspired to take action, which is exactly why, if you really want to make it big, we're talking about amassing millions of followers throughout your career. You really have to become this captivating personality that knows how to move the masses with your words and the stories that you tell. The viewer has to identify themselves with you, to drink every word you say. Now the truth is, you do not need millions of followers if your goal is to earn between $10,000 and $100,000 a month in profit. What you need to do is to post educational content in your niche and then sell your viewers either a passive online course or a high-ticket coaching program that solves a more painful problem. For instance, you could sell a $50 course on bulking, gaining muscle, or you could sell a $1,000 fitness package for 12 weeks of support that also comes with a self-paced course. A question that often comes up is, should I sell low-ticket online courses, like for example $50 courses, $200 courses, $49 a month membership, or a high-ticket program? When you get past $50,000 to $100,000 a month, it makes sense to sell both. But until then, which one should you pick? It's going to depend on what you're trying to sell and what your niche is. Is it a deeply painful problem that needs to be fixed right now? Or can people wait a few weeks, a few months before they buy it because it's not that urgent? And how big is your audience? How big can it get? What's the size of your market? The bigger it is, the more you can automate the entire sales process and move towards fully passive online courses that sell for you 24/7, even while you're asleep, having dinner with your girlfriend or boyfriend or parents, or on vacation. Regardless of whether you choose to sell online courses or a high-ticket program, you need to make a promise to yourself that you'll stick to it and put in the necessary work and be consistent for at least 6 to 12 months at the bare minimum. If you're one of these people who genuinely believes they're going to go from 0 to $100,000 a month in 3 to 6 months, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you're delusional as fuck, and that alone means you deserve to stay a brokey. However, if you're willing to humble yourself and put your head down and do what it takes to win, I can promise you that you will eventually start making more money than you ever dreamed of, and your life, as well as the lives of the people you care about the most, will only be better. Now look, if you don't want to waste years of your life and tens of thousands of dollars stuck in inaction or trying to figure everything out alone, and if you want me to personally teach you how I've made thousands of dollars of profit per day by selling online courses and coaching programs so you can do the same, click the link in the description below. I've made a free video which explains the business model in more detail and how you can get started today. You can also apply for a free call with me You won't be talking to a sales rep, you'll be speaking with me. And if we're a good fit, you'll also get the opportunity to join my paid program and learn from me directly. Now, this is only for people who are serious about becoming financially free and who value investing in themselves. If you're a cheap fuck, I don't want you in there. With that being said, I'll see you on the other side.